Hello, hello, happy Friday everybody. I'm back, just barely. I want to apologize for missing last 2 Fridays with all of you, but thank you so much for all your well wishes. I was a little under the weather. I had a cold. It was just like every other cold I've ever had, but worse, the cough just wouldn't go away. Just to be safe, I took a COVID test and it was negative, so it was definitely a cold. Oh my gosh, I've been coughing for 2 weeks. But I won't bore you with that because, oh my gosh, my husband, he kept going to get me like cough medicine and the shelves were empty everywhere. So we all have it, the whole community, coughing. So anyways, no more of that. This is my best day. Like, it's almost no coughing at all. So I'm back to myself and it's like a renewed, I just haven't wanted to do anything. I feel like I've been away. Like, where have I been? And you know, nothing was getting done and, you know, I wasn't even thinking about it. And I honestly didn't even want to do anything today. But because of you, I really just wanted to do this video. So it kind of made me like get up, get going, get dressed, do my hair. I feel so good. So thank you again. So it's Friday, Friday Sews, and it's also right before New Year's. So Happy New Year! I hope you're doing something fun. Even if it is just in the living room, which is pretty much us. We're going to go to my daughter's and ring it in with the grandkids, but it'll be her living room. So we spent Christmas with them and we just had such a great time. But I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. I want to talk about sewing. So right before I caught this cold, I had been doing a lot of sewing. I've been on a cardigan kind of binge because that's one of my favorite articles of clothing to wear. And I just thought, you know, my favorites were getting kind of ratty-tatty. My favorite cardigan would be just about knee length, super comfy, super soft, super casual, and black. And hello, that's what I'm wearing. And this right here is probably one of the favorite things I've ever made, ever. Just, it's so perfect. And I drafted it myself. And I started with this one. So this is some fleece fabric that I got at Joann's. It's kind of blankety, so it's super cozy. And I have to tell you, I bought another piece of fleece to do another cardigan, and I'm kind of holding off because it's hot. Like, I tend to not like getting overheated. And when I wear this, I need to be like outside in the cold because this gets like sweaty. It's pretty hot. And I love fleece, but it always is too hot. So it's like I'm tempted, I forget. It's kind of like you forget. And it's cool. So let me tell you how I came up with this. I basically just drafted a front and back. And I knew I wanted the neck piece to go all the way around. I wasn't sure if it needed to be on the bias because this isn't stretchy. So I only made like right around the neck to the bias. And I don't even know if I needed to do that with this kind of fabric because it all just kind of works. I did this side pocket, which was kind of reminiscent of the pockets I did on my last cardigan from a pattern. This is the bell sleeve off of my Hoodie Hugs. And I just, you know, I just kind of lined it up with the arm and got it all together. So this fit great. However, when I made it out of this, which is also fleece, but it's super lightweight. I love this fabric so much. It's so soft. It's got some stretch to it where this does not. And I went back to see if they still had any more of this, and I couldn't even tell what was what. I mean, I was wearing this, and out of all the black fleeces, I couldn't tell if there was one just like this. Because it's so soft and so lightweight, it doesn't get hot. However, because it's thinner and stretchier, it was a little big, like right in the back. So I ended up putting a back seam in because it was just too loose back there. It was too bunchy. This fit great, but in this fabric, it was too big. So I kind of marked it, and I know that I would make it bigger with this fabric, smaller with this fabric. It's confusing, but if you just make a lot of notes, there you go. On this one, I made the neckline just 2 pieces, so it's sewn together in the back and comes down the front. Same pockets. Love these pockets. It's a little big right here, so I think if I draft it again, I might see if I can figure this out. But I gotta tell you, most of the fitting I did on this, both of these, was on my dress form. It's almost like you could just make something from the dress form. You just tack the fabric up there and kind of hold it, and sometimes I put the fabric paper, the pattern paper up there and kind of see if it's going to fit, and measure kind of how it's going to fit, and then I put it up there on my dress form. And I just thought that was great. Loved it. So every time I'm fitting something, I will try it on her and kind of see if I like it, because that's my body. That dress form is me. So I'm on a cardigan binge. I may make one more. I would actually like to have two exactly like this, because I would wear this I've been wearing it every day since I made it. It's just so cozy. And with the bell sleeve, it's not big all the way down. It's kind of narrow right here, and then it comes back out. It just fits long sleeves in there, and it's flattering. So this was my first try, and I absolutely adore it. This is such a cute little cardigan jacket. It really is so soft and cozy. It's made of fleece, pockets, nice big bell sleeves. Very cozy. I would say it has to be worn as a jacket or a coat. It's too warm to wear inside because of the fleece. It's like wearing a blanket. But oh my gosh, I just think it's so cute. I want more. I can only wear this with a solid color, obviously, underneath because of the pattern, but I just love it. It's so pretty. So this is my cardigan. It's got the bell sleeves and side pockets, and I just love it. It fits great. So comfy, super soft. There's no hood, just long sleeves and pockets. And there's no zipper, no buttons, just easy cardigan. It's one of my favorite things. I love it. It's probably my favorite thing that I've made, and like ever. Just love it. So I have an idea for a top that I want to make, and that kind of goes into my sewing plans. It seems like a lot of people are talking about plans for the new year, and I have decided not to make any plans. I'm just gonna sit down and say, what do I want to make right now? Because I'm happiest making what I want to make right now. And then when I get to a list and something sounded like a good idea and now it's time to make it, I lost the mojo for it. So I'm just going to stay in the moment. See what happens. Mostly because of your advice. You guys told me just to make whatever I want. And I took that to heart. So I have a top that I want to make, just like a tunic, because I wear a lot of tunics and leggings. It's just so comfortable. And people talk about, there's a joke about staying in your pajamas and eating whatever you want between Christmas and New Year's. I feel like pajamas all the time because my clothes are so comfy. Everything's soft and everything's stretchy. I'm comfy all the time. So it's kind of hard to get me out of that now, once I've sort of spoiled myself. So I do have a top that I want to make, and basically I want to start with like a t-shirt shape that I had kind of drafted to fit me right here, and then I want to make it full and all the way just past my hips. And I think I want a handkerchief hem and maybe some pockets. So we'll see. I'm going to play with that. So far as plans for 2023, I'm not making any. Resolutions? Yes. I want this to be, I say this every year, but this year I feel like I really mean it. I want this to be the year of decluttering. You won't know it because I always keep my sewing room nice and neat because it's decorated, and it's also, in my mind, a YouTube studio. So I can't just let it go. And I love this room the most because of that. So I've kind of just have spaces that have let go. And it's like, if I don't know what to do with something, I just put it in my guest room or my downstairs room. And they are just full of stuff that I don't want. And I need to just purge and get rid of stuff. I was kind of just, in a funk when I didn't feel good. And I just had this thought of, me being cluttery is almost like being ungrateful, because in so many ways I love my house and it's lovely, It's old and it has character and things that always need fixing for sure. But it's so cute and cottagey, and I feel ungrateful when I let it get cluttery. And I don't think you even can imagine how clutter. It's like, why am I doing this? Why? I feel like I don't deserve to have such a pretty house if I'm just going to fill it up with stuff. So this is the year I'm letting go, right? I need somebody else to come in here and say, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. But I feel it inside that this is the year I'm going to just really let go. I don't want, when I die, for my kids to have to go through stuff that I don't care about. I would like for them to go through my stuff and know that these things matter to me. And I have a lot of stuff that does not matter to me at all. It needs to go. So somebody else could use it, right? I'll donate. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We did. We had a lovely Christmas. We spent Christmas with my daughter and her family, and it was just lovely. We went over on Christmas Eve, and we all went to church together for Christmas Mass, and it was so beautiful. Whoever does the decorating in our church just does an elegant, beautiful job. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. And we all just felt like something special. It was so special. Just loved it. My little grandson is an altar server, and he's so cute. We just like to look at him, and just the reverence of it, and sitting with my family, and it's like we all just felt it. Like we were so lucky, just so lucky to be there. And then we went and had a lovely dinner, and we exchanged gifts. We do that on Christmas Eve. And then we went home, and the kids woke up for Santa. Santa was there, and then we came over in the afternoon and had a beautiful Christmas dinner. So I did Christmas Eve dinner. I brought, some lasagna, and then my daughter made a beautiful Christmas Day dinner. Oh my gosh, we just had the best time. And one of the things I always like is not going overboard with gifts. I feel like I was like that with my kids, and I'm like that with my family now. It shouldn't be expensive for people to gift exchange, and we just gave sweet little gifts to each other. It was so nice. The kids went shopping and bought little somethings for I think that was the funnest part of the gift exchange, was seeing them so excited to give. Like they wanted to see everybody open their gifts that they picked out. There's a little shop in town that has a little bit of everything. Doesn't every town have one? And the ladies are so nice. And so kids got to go shopping in there and pick what they wanted for each person, and they were so invested. It was so cute. I also love that my daughter and her husband don't go overboard with the kids. They get to really appreciate what they got. It wasn't a mountain. It's so tempting to just give them a mountain of stuff. There's just so much stuff. And they really just love what they got because it wasn't over the top. It's hard to find that balance, you guys. It's so hard. But I feel like they really did. And we just loved it. And honestly, we saw them, the 2 days in a row. It was hard to not see them the next day. Oh, we could see them every day. It was so cute. So I hope you had a great Christmas, as we sure did. And we're looking forward to New Year's. Basically, we're going to my daughter's house again. So grateful that they invite us and that we have a place to go. Otherwise, we'd be just like most people, just sitting in our living room watching the countdown, which I don't mind at all, but I can't wait to see. The kids every year say they're going to stay up till midnight, so we'll see. This could be the year. They're getting older. Oh my gosh, so fast. So I hope you're having a wonderful New Year's. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. And thank you so much again for all your well wishes. I'm back and excited to be here and looking forward to what's next. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for making my 2022 just wonderful. Loved every minute of it. It was just fun. This channel was fun, and I'm looking forward to another year of it. And who knows where this will lead? Who knows what's next? I don't. So thank you for sticking with me, and I appreciate that. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. I look forward to seeing you there. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.